Hi, everybody. It looks like we still have some folks trickling in, but we're a couple minutes after, so we'll go ahead and get started. Thank you all for joining the Word Season Kickoff event today. Really excited to walk through everything and see what kind of questions you guys have. So with that, we'll go ahead and get rolling. Here we go. So some of you may know me, some of you may not, but my name is Taylor O'Quinn, and I am the awards chair for this year. I was the co-chair last year, and I'm also a project manager at launch. So feel free to reach out to me with any questions you may have coming out of today's event or as you're working on your submissions. I am your point of contact. Just a reminder, please use the Q&A feature for the Zoom chat along the way, and we'll address your questions at the end. We'll open it up for discussion. Also, all attendees are going to be entered to win a free submission. So thank you for attending, and we'll notify the winner shortly after the event. And then my contact information is listed here. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at any time. All right, so some updates for 2021. We're really excited. The event, it's going to be fully virtual this year. We had a lot of internal discussions, and it was a tough call to make, but we just wanted to make sure that everyone is staying safe. And so we chose the safety and the integrity of our club over the mac and cheese bar. I know we're really bummed about it, but we are going to be fully virtual, and it will be on February 18th. More details to come on exact timing and what it will look like, knowing that people are juggling work and life. So more details to come there. We know it's been a challenging year, but we're still looking for best-in-class work. And we're coming up with ideas to keep the event entertaining and engaging, and there'll be touch points along the way leading up to today. So we're really excited. Also, really excited to announce the theme for this year. Launch is actually our creative sponsor for 2021. So we developed the theme of homemade, just to kind of give a nod to 2020 and everything that's happened. So we just really want to come together and toast what we've created. You know, we're surrounded by our houseplant jungles, our Brady Bunch Zoom grids, and we just really want to celebrate the stuff that we all made, the stuff that we made at home, the stuff that we homemade. So in announcing the 2021 Atlanta American Advertising Awards, you homemade it. So really excited to activate this on social and get some ideas from all of you creative folks out there to see kind of like what you've been working on. So with that, we'll go into submissions. So this is why we're all here, right? We're really excited. Submissions are open. They'll run now through January 1st. There will likely be a little bit of an extension, but the portal is open. We'll get that link out following this event. Another thing that we wanted to announce is that for this year only, knowing that there's been a lot of stuff going on, we have lowered our fees a bit. So for members, a member single entry is going to be $100 and a campaign is $130. For non-members, it's going to be $130 for a single entry and $150 for a campaign. And then there was also something that came down this year. This is new. There will be no physical entries required, just to reduce the amount of touch points. So that's something that's new. You won't have to worry about submit anything physical or forward anything on if you advance on to the next level. It'll all just be digital this year. Some other really great updates that we're really excited about on the local level. We've got some new updates regarding categories. So we have the crisis response categories that we've added just on the local level. These will not advance on to district or national, but we've added these into the portal so you can submit either a single entry or a campaign that has successfully elevated a brand through this year's crises, whether it be the pandemic, cultural crises, the economic crisis. All of those things qualify. So we just want to make sure that we give recognition to all the hard work in that area. We will also be giving out at least one Mosaic Award this year. So the Mosaic Award is awarded to any entry from any category that best exemplifies the spirit of diversity and inclusion. So that will be given at the judges' discretion, which we'll go over the judges in just a moment, but we're really excited that we're going to be giving that out this year. We'll also be giving out a Judge's Choice Award or awards, depending on how judging goes. It's just to their discretion and what they think, which entries they think did really well, and they want to recognize those entries. So more to come there. We'll be sprinkling those out on social media as well. Okay. So far, we have 6 confirmed judges. A lot of Jeffs, which is kind of funny, but we've got a diverse range of folks. We're working on adding someone from the account side and maybe a couple of other people. But just to run through the list here, we've got Jeff Schick. He is the head of insights at Amazon. We have Allison Hammer, who is a creative director at FCB Chicago. We also have Zach Ward. He's a creative director at Johnson and Seacon, I believe is how you say it. Renee Blake, who is the chief, the CCO at eBay. Jeff Flemings, who is a brand planner, and then Jeff Sheets, who is the founder and also an ad professor at BYU Ad Lab. So a really great range of folks here. We have LGBTQ represented. We're working on getting account represented, and we've got education and everything. So really excited about the judges for this year. So as you guys are gathering your submissions, I wanted to tell you a small story, or actually a large story, about Beast Atlanta. They won at the local level last year, and the district level. They got silver on local and district, but they went on to win gold at the national level. Silver is still an amazing achievement, but going for the gold is also really great. So I really just wanted to show their winning piece from last year to kind of give you guys a sense of the type of work that was submitted, is being submitted, and things that are advancing on. For more examples, you can check out the winner's book from last year. It's on our awards page. Every single entry is linked in the PDF, so you can see all of the work, all of the websites, all of the creative, everything. And then you can also check out our blog post on the Atlanta Ad Club website to see who in Atlanta advanced on to win gold at the national level. I think that that's a pretty good read. So with that, I will go ahead and click over to play Beast's amazing work. And just FYI, they won gold for their animations and graphic design.
If you came face to face with your younger self, what would you say? What advice would you give? Okay, this is wild. It's like freshman year at Duke all over again. That jacket, those Timbs, that flat top.
And that beard. Is that gray?
Yeah, this beard actually looks pretty good.
Yeah, for an old guy.
Yeah, well, this old guy, the Hall of Famer who's on TV every night.
We're on TV? We're in the Hall of Fame? Did we win a title at Duke?
Let's just say you made Coach K very, very proud. Just remember, throw it to Leighton.
The Duke of Destiny has won it. College basketball has a repeat champion.
Where do we get drafted?
Actually, the Detroit Pistons take us 3rd overall.
The Pistons? We love the Lakers.
Don't sweat it. We'll eventually get to LA. Now, in our rookie year, we get a signature shoe deal with Fila.
Signature shoe?
Yeah, make sure to give a pair to the rapper named Tupac and tell him to skip the Tyson fight in '96.
So we're kind of a big deal.
It's unbelievable. People are gonna start calling you the next Michael Jordan.
The guy who won the dunk contest?
Just wait, Grant. You're gonna find no one will ever measure up to MJ on the court. Not us, not even LeBron.
La who?
He's like 6 years old now, ends up losing like 6 NBA finals. But anyway, just don't get caught up in what people are gonna say about you or your game. There's gonna be a mix of ups and downs.
Look, I don't have much time left. What else?
Remember French toast, drink Sprite, invest in Bitcoin, and take those cameos in Home Improvement and Living Single. And wait, damn, I forgot to mention Nickelback.
Awesome. So yeah, I just wanted to show an example of something that, won local and then advanced on to national. Again, you can check them out more on our website. All right, so with that, those are all of the main updates that I had for the local level. So I'll go ahead and introduce our panelists for today. Really appreciate them helping us out and coming on to walk through some frequently asked questions, and then we'll open it up for more Q&A regarding submissions, categories, anything related to the award show. So today we've got Michele Massey from AAF Tuscaloosa. She is the National AAF American Advertising Awards Chair, so really excited to have her on. Laura Burton from AAF Mobile Bay. She is the AAF District 7 American Advertising Awards representative and co-chair, along with Sarah Jones, who is also from AAF Mobile Bay. and is the awards co-chair and judging chair. So thank you so much, ladies, for coming on. I will pass this over to Laura to walk through some FAQs, and then we'll open it up for discussion. Quick reminder, please use the Q&A feature along the way if you have any questions at all, and we'll address them in the discussion. Thanks.
Hi, everyone. So glad to be with you today. As we said, we've got Michele Massey and Sarah Jones along with myself today. And what we're going to do is it's not long. I know this looks tedious with all the copy on there, but we're really just going to go through some frequently asked questions about different things throughout the competition and entering mostly. And then we'll cover some changes for this year, so you have a good frame of mind of thinking about things that you can enter. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Michele Massey and let her dive into these first frequently asked questions. Michele, your video is not on.
Yeah, it won't let me turn it on. I think somebody let me in. That's okay. There we go. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for inviting us to be with you today. I know we've all had a really tough year due to the COVID, and we're doing everything possible on the national level to make the American Advertising Awards the easiest way possible for you to enter this year by changing to the online judging format. We feel this is in the best interest of everyone involved, for you as the entrants, for your club leaders, for the judges, to keep everyone safe. So the slide that is up now, the frequently asked questions for entrants and for media files. Now, this has been added into the software this year. So as you're entering or your clients are entering, they can just go to this FAQ in the software that will answer all of their questions about what kind of files need to be entered where. Okay, what's the next slide?
Oh, I have to. Thank you.
Yeah, that's okay. And in that includes all the rules about, you know, where do you upload it and why do you upload it there? You know, which files are acceptable, which files are not. Everything that you need to know is right there to make it as simple as possible. All of these are also on our AAF website as well. So you can go through and look at those beforehand if you have any questions. Okay.
Taylor, can you push it down? Oh, is that the last one? Okay.
Oh, okay. Those of you that enter frequently know that when you're uploading similar entries, you do not enter all of that information all the time. There is a way that you go in and you can submit your entry to multiple categories, and it duplicates all of your information and your uploaded content to save you some time there.
There's a sample of that on the next slide.
And there's an example of what that's going to look like in the software for you.
So that's really helpful. So you guys don't have to enter all those credits over and over again. You can do it once and click this button, and it makes things much easier. So just keep that in mind. Absolutely.
And
Taylor,
also, yeah, when you enter your credits this year, make sure that you get all those credits in on the local level, because once it gets past, when it gets to the district level, then you're not going to be able to add any more credits. So make sure you've got everybody covered when you enter. Okay. All right. So due to the online judging this year, we have in the physical entry categories, we've allowed for additional digital examples of entry to be uploaded. This is to provide more appropriate content for the judges. So for example, if you're entering a brochure, so now you can enter up to 5 uploads for that brochure and a video if you want. Now you're not required to do all 5 and a video, or you can do what you think is necessary so your piece can be represented the best that it can be for these judges that are judging online. Last year, we did not have an opportunity to add these and we didn't have enough time to go on the software. So the judges were just able to see what you had uploaded, which was 1 upload in the system. So this year, with all these additional uploads, it'll give your pieces a much better representation to the judges.
I can, we can take it. You want me to take a turn at it? Oh, am I echoing to everybody? No, okay. Am I echoing? No, okay. So additional changes. I encourage all of you to please download this year's rules and categories. Make sure you read through that, because the really great thing about that document is that everything that's changed this year is written in red or printed in red. You easily see what's new for this year. So one item that we wanted to bring up was there's been a clarification in the term pro bono. And I'm going to call on Sarah a little bit more because she did that stellarly in a webinar for us. So Sarah, take it away.
No problem. So if you guys are familiar, there are 2 categories that allow you to enter work that might be considered PSA type content. So there's one that's called corporate social responsibility, and then there is a separate category for pro bono. And last year, there were some questions that came up about which category to use. So some clarification has been added into that rules document that Laura just referenced in red. But just so everyone here understands, if you are submitting work that was done to promote a social, ethical, or environmental issue, and it was paid work, meaning your company was hired to produce that work, that would go in corporate social responsibility. The pro bono category is intended to be used if part of the work was done on a pro bono basis. So if your client had a fully paid budget, they do not qualify in the pro bono category, even if their company is a charitable organization. So there's just some clarity added there. I think the charitable organization bit confused a few people last year as to whether or not it was a paid budget or a donated budget. So that's what's been added. But again, just trying to help you guys make sure that it gets into the correct category. And if you do have questions on which category something should be entered in, you can certainly reach out to Taylor locally or send an email to the District 7 American Advertising Awards email address, and we'll be happy to help you clarify as well.
Great. Anything to add there, Michele? I thought she did good.
No, I just wanted, somebody had typed in a question about if they did want to submit a physical entry, could they do that? If they made sure it was sterilized and clean. All district judging is online, and national judging is online, and your local judging is online. So there is no need to submit any physical entry anywhere, because the judges are not, what the judges are going to judge by is what you upload into the software.
Thank you. That's a great point. So the next bullet point there is about murals. And so under the out of home and ambient media, it's just something that was clarified to add murals into that. Right now, it currently said, or last year rather, it said interior. It's just that exterior has been added to that description. So there's a place that you can enter those. Same thing with carousel. That's been added into social media and online interactive. There was no spot for a carousel image per se. So that has now been added. So keep that in your back pocket. And just a little, I think, housekeeping with the next item is the term audio. We realized we were using radio everywhere, and radio is changed a lot over the last several years. So it's now, you'll see it as audio/radio or radio/audio, but that's a new one. Nothing has changed. It's just made it more relevant.
Right.
And then anything on that, Michele?
No, I was just gonna say, like you said, it was just a technicality we needed to do.
Right.
The most important thing, well, the thing we're most excited about is adding the new political advertising this year. We wanted to find a way to help everybody to be able to enter more entries, and this has been a very political year. So we haven't had political advertising
Right.
for quite some time. So we decided this was the year that we were going to add that back in.
And that's all that I had just in a rundown. We didn't want to like go ins and outs of all of those. And I know Taylor is recording this, so you can read the teeny type that was in the beginning. There is some helpful information there. Michele, Sarah, is there anything else that we wanted to let our entrants know that we're forgotten? No?
I think we can open it up for questions if anybody has
Absolutely.
any.
Please ask questions, y'all.
Not everyone all at once.
I know.
Awesome. I'm just trying to check the Q&A.
I think you'll find too, and I tell it's really important that you read over all of the categories very carefully. And if you have any questions, there's a rules and documents guideline that's located at aaf.org. There's the big disclaimer about COVID. When you first go to that page, there are disclaimers in the documents that, because you might read some verbiage that said a physical entry is required here, but it will be marked this year there is not a physical entry required. So
Awesome.
yeah.
I see one question in the Q&A box to clarify on the pro bono work. And the question is whether or not that work is eligible for best of show. And that is a no. Pro bono work is not eligible for best of show. It would be eligible for like a local judge's choice award if one of the judges liked that particular work, but it is not eligible for the best of designation.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thanks, Sarah. And I can take the next one. I see there was a question about the crisis category is new. This is on the local only level. That's something that we decided as a club to add this year. So you can enter in a single entry or a campaign in the blurb. There's a descriptive blurb in the portal, but that will not advance onto district or national. It's just a local only category level.
Great idea, by the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And for those of you that have been working on any COVID advertising, that would probably is going to fall under your corporate social responsibility categories. So make sure that you read that over, and that's where any COVID related advertising is going to fit.
Yeah, no, that's a great point. And they can double enter it in the crisis category as well, I believe. Awesome. Any other questions from any folks or any other comments? I know it's tough to think through things until you really get in there and you want to start entering stuff. So you can feel free to reach out to me. Personally, I'll be sending out an email soon. There'll be lots of emails about submissions, and my email will be in the Ad Club emails. But yeah, feel free to contact me with anything that you may need as you're getting into it.
I'd like to say too, having been involved in the judging on the national level for many years, I can tell you that the pieces that come out of the Atlanta market are just amazing. You guys do a great job. And I always look forward to seeing what moves up from your area, because it's y'all submit some really, really great work.
Awesome. I appreciate you saying that.
Yeah, no, and I want to piggyback on that, because that is so true of the entry that you showed. I mean, that's the great thing about these awards is that, or this competition rather, is that, yeah, you can, be awarded a silver at local or district, but it can turn into gold at national, because everything becomes on an even playing field once it advances to the next level. So please don't just write off your silvers. Really think about forwarding those.
And just a follow-up note on that Laura mentioned. So once the awards are set on your local level and you guys have your local awards show, we will actually, we being Laura and myself, will be reaching out to any of you that receive a silver on the local level to ask you if you would like to forward that entry on to the district competition that we will be coordinating the judging for. And so that message will come from us, but just a note to please consider forwarding those entries. As Laura said, there is a ton of work that might have gotten a silver at your local competition and might win gold at the district level. And forwarding those entries is the way to get into that next pool of judging. So we'll be reaching out, late February, early March, after your competition has closed and your award show has been forward. So we'll contact you via email with those details next spring.
And the same thing applies if you win silver at the district level, then you will be contacted by national to see if you want that to be judged on the national level as well. Yep. And keep in mind too, you have one set of judges at local, you have a totally different set of judges at the district level, and then another set of judges at the national level.
Right. Great point.
But as far as what media files are allowed, they're all in that FAQ, and it's the same across the board.
Awesome, thanks. Oh, there are more questions. Here we go. Another question. We are not able to pay for any award shows in 2020. Will there be an extension on the deadline? For the submissions, yes, we will likely extend until the 10th or so, but judging on a local level begins on the 15th, so we just need a couple of days to pull everything together for the judges and make sure that everything is good to go. So we will likely extend. All right. Any other questions or anything? I see some notes in here that this has been helpful, which is really good to know. I'm glad that this has been helpful for folks. Just give it a moment. Otherwise, I just want to give a quick thank you to our creative sponsor at launch, putting together the theme for this year and all of the assets that we'll be sending out. So really excited about all the different activations we'll be doing. And then just for more information, you can contact me. You can visit the atlantaadclub.org/awards page. We've got lots of helpful links on there for you to the rules, to the portal. And then you can check out all of the previous winners in the blog posts as well, who won at the national level. And then the winner's book is still linked on the awards page from last year. So you can go and see what won last year and kind of the caliber of work we're looking for. Awesome. I think that's just about it then. Again, just reach out to us if you have any questions. Really appreciate you, Laura, Sarah, and Michele for taking the time today. It was super helpful to walk through this with folks, especially as submissions are rolling in. So just really appreciate you.
Well, thank you for the invitation. We're glad to be here.
Yeah, thank you for having us and enter.
Yes.
Unless you enter.
Yes.
We want to recognize all the amazing work that everyone has been doing. We know it's been a tough year, so want to make sure that people are being rewarded for that.
Yes, we can't
Absolutely.
wait to see.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, I guess we'll conclude there then. Thanks, everybody. I appreciate you. Looking forward to seeing your submissions.
Yep. Thanks. Everybody stay safe.
You too.
Bye.